Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
All right, guys. So now let's talk about the WNBA. So the WNBA All-Star game was a success in many ways. It wasn't as highly viewed as last year's when Caitlin Clark was playing, but people still tuned in to a higher degree. It was the second highest viewed WNBA All-Star game, and I think the WNBA All-Star Games history. Players had shirts on with "Pay us what you owe us," basically because currently they are in the middle of new CBA negotiations. And to be completely frank, what the WNBA players are looking for? I'm just curious what a fair salary and compensation would be. The only reason why I'm curious to see what the fair compensation would be or the fair package would be is because I look at the WNBA, like I've always said, like where the NBA was in year 25 for NBA, because I think the NBA has been around for 75 to 100 years now at this point. So the WNBA has only been around, I think, 25 years, right? So their metric should be where the NBA was by year 25. Now, granted, the economy and the way the world works now, it's not the same, right? So there needs to be a higher pay increase. Now, what should the minimum, in my personal opinion, be for the WNBA players? Well, because the season is, I think, about 47 games to 48 games, what would be fair is something around the lines of, I think the minimum right now is like 70,000. Minimum should be tripled. I think minimum for a WNBA player should be at least $200,000, if not $250,000. And then max deal should go according to production, according to level, like a player like Asia Wilson, whose salary right now. Actually, let me give you Asia Wilson's current salary. Yeah, Asia Wilson should not be making $200,000 a year. Asia Wilson, in my honest opinion, should be making at least like $1 million to maybe $3 million a year. That's too low. And the only reason, and that's where I go into what is a fair compensation package for the WNBA players. Because realistically, Asia Wilson could be making somewhere between 2 to 3 million a year to like 4 or 5 million a year. I'd say she's even, personally, I think she's worth like 10 million a year. Just because of the marketability, which she's one of the faces of the league aside from like Caitlin Clark. If anything, she's been the face of the league longer than Caitlin Clark. So she deserves a big chunk of the.
Guys, you're watching a Shady Mob production. Make sure to follow the Shady Mob podcast where we break down all the latest content and talk about life. Please make sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe so you can be notified when the latest content drops. The pie. She deserves a very big chunk of the pie. But with that being said, is the WNBA a profitable business yet? Are they able to sustain themselves without necessarily having the NBA basically finance the entire league? And then if that is the case, players should get paid what they deserve. But if they do get paid what they deserve or what they've earned, does that mean we're going to get more WNBA games, more product? Because at the same time, like, if you're going to be asking for equal pay to like what the guys get, guys are playing like 82 game seasons. Like, I'm not saying each individual player, but the NBA plays 82 regular season games, and then you got the playoffs. The WNBA should play closer to like 50 to 60 games a season, and then their chunk of the pie should match whatever the revenue split should be. I think right now it's like an 80-20 split.
The NBA has like a 50-50. If it's not 80-20, it's like 10, it's like 90-10 in the favor of like the league and the owners. And the new split should be closer to like 30 to 40%. 50-50 I think is too close, and I don't know if the product is there just yet, but hey, 40%, we'll see where 40% gets us. Again, the league is riding on the coattails of Caitlin Clark, who has been a godsend to the league. Same with Paige Beckers, Angel Reese. You got Asia Wilson, that rivalry that came from the NCAA with Angel and Caitlin. Then you got Juju Watkins coming in next year. Guys, the WNBA is in good hands. It's a lot more marketable. It's a lot more entertaining. And I'm excited for the future of the league. Again, I think the CBA is like a 5. I forget how long the CBA agreements are. I think it's like 5 to 8 years, somewhere between 5 to 10 years. It's a 5-year agreement. So after 5 years, then they have the option to renegotiate the agreement. And honestly, like, yeah, in the next 5 years, I wouldn't be surprised if they get the same split that the NBA gets. But again, it's a process. Give it time. And with that being said, officiating needs to get better because Caitlin Clark, who hasn't been playing or who has missed the majority of the season, because the Fever, I said it. If Caitlin Clark plays, I think the Fever have an opportunity to win the title. Caitlin Clark has not been healthy. Caitlin Clark is dealing with a groin injury. She's been dealing with a lot of injuries. It's been the WNBA is a much more physical, much more cheeky league. And it's taken a toll on my homegirl, CC. I hope she gets better. I hope we get to see her. I hope the Fever make the playoffs, and I hope we get to see her in the playoffs because if she does come back, I think she gives the Fever enough juice to win the WNBA title this year and make it a clean sweep. The Commissioner's Cup plus the WNBA championship. Boom. There's no discussion. Caitlin Clark is undisputably the right now face, right? The GOAT. I can't say that without a little grin because I still think Asia Wilson is the star, the overall killer in the league, right? But CC, when she plays, she brings eyeballs. Paige Beckers, I think she brings eyeballs. Angel Reese, I think she's also dealing with injury. So, yeah, Caitlin Clark, hopefully the officiating gets better. Hopefully Caitlin comes back because it has taken a toll on the WNBA. And I think it might affect their negotiating stance a little bit until CC comes back. Let's transition to the world of American football, the NFL, baby.
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.